Hello. So I'm looking at some of the differences in carbon and cocoa. And so I want to add just numbers to a text field. In any of the systems, you would normally just go to masking. And if you put numbers, so say if I want 4 numbers only in this text field, I would put this mask down here with these 4 nines in it. And if I run that, if I press any of the other keys on my keyboard, it wouldn't work, but the number keys would work until 4 numbers were in there. Works perfect on all builds until you go to Cocoa. So let's do a Cocoa build by simply going to Cocoa, and now let's run that. And I will press letter keys. As you can see, letters are allowed in there, numbers are allowed in there. So the mask doesn't work in Cocoa. That's very unfortunate. So how do we get around that? Well, let's just get rid of the mask. And we can simply go into the key down. And we're going to have to control it here with the key down. And as you can see, this is a function. Key down, key is string, is a boolean. So we'll just put in if is number, and we can do something like this, key. So we're going to ask if the key is a number, and I'm going to do it like this: if it equals false, then and if. So if it's false immediately, we know it's not a number. So let's write that down here. It's not a number. So what we're going to do is we're going to return true. So let's just try that as is. And if we go in and touch any of the letter keys, it won't input anything. But if we touch numbers, it will. Okay. We also, though, want to make sure there's only 4 numbers, 4 or less numbers entered within the text field. So to do that, we'll also put in another if statement. If me.text dot length, the length of the text, and then we'll use this operator that is either less than or equals to, and I'm going to put 3 in there, which will actually be 4. I know that sounds weird. And if, then we'll just do, let's put that this is a number. We'll put in return false, else if it's more than 4 digits, then again we're gonna return true. And this should fix our little problem with it running on Cocoa. So let's again try some letters. Didn't work. And let's try some numbers, and as you can see, it only enters 4 digits. Since this particular way with the key down does work on all platforms, as you can see, we can rebuild this again for Carbon, and this will work perfectly in Carbon. So let's try it. And again, it works perfectly in Carbon. So instead of using the mask, because the mask doesn't work in Cocoa on basically on all platforms, this is a little bit better way to make sure it works on all the platforms you're targeting, including Cocoa. Okay.